G'day trendsetters, Jom, that's J-O-M with Gravel Cyclist. I'm coming to you today with another unboxing and features video, but check out the size of the bloody box. It fills up the entire rear compartment of my Honda Element, which is no small task. So here's the box removed from the vehicle, and what's inside this box is pure evil. Namely, it's the evil Chamois Hagar gravel bike, or is it a drop bar mountain bike? It's a pretty wild machine. So without further delay, let's pull the box open and see what's inside. This is like a two-man job doing this. Bloody hell. Oh man. This is the biggest bike box I've ever unpacked. But it looks like the bike is almost rearing to go. You have to love that. So here we go. The bike is virtually ready to ride, which makes my life nice and easy. I'll unpack all these goodies so we can get a close look at the evil Chamois Hagar. And here we are, unboxed. So the standout features real quick of this bike, it features a carbon frame and it's set up for one by with SRAM's Force, one by which some people call the Fiegel build. So it's a combination of Force, E-tap one by paired to a SRAM Eagle rear derailleur with a big cassette. And the frame has a very relaxed, slack head tube. I think off the top of my head, it's about 66 degrees. So this is mountain bike territory, but it's a drop bar bike. So it's going to be pretty interesting to ride. This beast is also kitted out with the super awesome RockShox dropper seat post. Now, I've never ever ridden a dropper seat post, so that should be some fun. This one is the reverb model with the axis integration. So I can drop the seat post, for example, using the E-tap levers. How badass is that? The wheel set is by WTB and it's the Proterra Lite I-23, and it complements perfectly the Venture 700C by 50 tires. So there's some serious tread on these wheels. And the little box here contains the SRAM access charger for the battery, etc., for the derailleur, and also for the seat post. And there's also some tools for the dropper seat post itself. So back to some of the other features of the bike. The stem is very short, that's stating the obvious. This has to be about 25 or 30 millimeters long. I'll measure it and overlay the exact length. And in terms of utility, it's got bento box mount on the top tube. You have to love that. And there are two bottle cage mounts on the down tube, and beneath the down tube there is some additional mounting points. You've also got a bottle cage mount on the seat tube, and there's even provision for a front derailleur. So you could run this 2x, which is how I would run it, but like I said, we're going to have some fun with this bike as 1x mode, because this is what people call the mullet build. Roadie shifters up front and a mountain bike derailleur and cassette on the back end. And the cassette is SRAM's Eagle 10-50. This thing is insane. It is so beautifully machined out. And on the front, it's paired to a SRAM 38 tooth chainring. So you've got a really low gear of 38 to 50. So hypothetically, you should be able to climb anything with this bike. And with big tires, you should have plenty of traction. And the cables run nicely inside the frame, which is pretty much commonplace on every modern gravel bike we are seeing in 2020 and beyond. And only having a rear brake to worry about, the rear brake cable enters the frame and runs internally down the frame and exits on the chainstay. And naturally, the brakes are flat mounted, as you would expect in this day and age. Massive oversized bottom bracket with a ton of tire clearance. Again, 700C by 50 at very minimum. And we again have flat mounting on the front of the bike. And Evil have wisely chosen to select 160mm brake rotors front and rear. One thing that's very interesting about the evil Chamois Hagar is its sizing. It is a complete departure from anything I've ever ridden in the past. Usually I size my bikes on the top tube length. This bike, just forget about that. It's based mostly on the seat tube length, which is very similar to how mountain bikes are sized. And because this comes with a dropper seat post, that's definitely a factor. So I trust the judgment of the good folks at Evil Bikes. They know what they're doing with this bike, so I'm going to keep an open mind for this review. Between the review of this bike appearing, be sure to like the Gravel Cyclist Facebook page, follow the Gravel Cyclist Instagram account, because I always like to post teaser images of my review bikes during the actual review process. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos as they appear on the channel. I'll see you in the next video.